Okay, this is Inkscape manufacturing the die. And in this one, we're going to modify some lines and the dots on the die so that the outside of the die will be cut and the dots will be engraved. Keeping in mind the parameters that the machine uses to interpret something as a cut will be a line type, and the line type is going to be, if I pick something I can pick it out, it's going to be 255 on the RGB red, so it's all red, no green, no blue, and 100% opacity, which is this thing, so leave that full. And then the stroke style will be 0.001. So let's start off by making sure we select the entire object, which last time we left off we'd grouped this up, so we should be able to just pick it like that. It will tell you the properties of all these lines, and in this case the stroke is set to 255, and if yours isn't, make it like this. And then the style is inches. If you're in some other unit, make it inches, and then we'll make this 1. And what you're going to find out is it disappears quite like that, because I'm going to control and scroll. You can see you have to zoom in to see those really thin lines we've got now. 1/1000th of an inch is 1/4 the thickness of a piece of paper, so it's pretty thin. Okay, so that's what we've done, and all of these lines will be cut now, but I said I don't want the dots cut. So how are we going to deal with that? Well, we're going to click the whole thing, we're going to right click and hit ungroup, and now we have individual dice, just like we did at the start. Okay, the next thing is we're going to zoom in on our first one here, and in order to edit these, we're going to have to click on it, right click and ungroup that. And then these dots, normally I would just pick this dot and I would choose fill from my fill and stroke, but it doesn't work. Here, I'll turn it on, I'll show you. I'll click that, and look, it fills it weird. It leaves an opening, and I don't know why that is, and I don't know how to deal with it, so I'm going to go around it. So I'll hit Control Z to back that up. So the way around it is this. We're going to pick these two. Remember, we're ungrouped, so we can pick them by windowing them. And then we're going to head over to the stroke, and we're going to set this 255 as 0, which essentially turns this into black. Those will no longer be cut, but I'd like to fill them still. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to pick the circle tool, and we are going to click and drag. And I can make ovals this way, but I want to make a circle. So I'm going to hold Control, and that will snap it into a circle. And I have one like that. And then I'm going to use my pick tool to pick it, and up here you'll see the width and the height are equal, and I'm going to keep them that way by having this lock on. If you unlock it, you can morph it into an oval, so we'll lock the aspect ratio, they say. Then I'm going to drag this over and zoom in a bit and pull that out, just the corners, until I get something that fills that, like so. Perfect. Okay, I don't want to do that every time, so I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to copy it. And then over on this one, I'm going to paste it. I'm going to zoom in and just position it. So now I've got this on my clipboard, so I can paste it as many times as I want. When I'm finished this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to window it, and I'm going to group it back up again. There we go. So now that's one piece. Then I move to the next one. I'll do this one. I will ungroup it by clicking it, right clicking on it, selecting ungroup, and then I'll go and pick these and make them black by turning my stroke paint to 0 on the red. They won't be cut now. And now I will right click and go paste and bring this in, zoom in by Control and scroll, position that, paste again, position that. Not quite there. Try and do a good job. Always try and do a good job. Paste. There we go. Zoom out. And then I will window it. Make sure I get it all. And right click and go group. That's done. 2 of them are done. We're going to work our way all the way down the line. When you're finished, each individual one, go ahead and group them back up. Only when done, obviously. I'm only doing 2 because it's just repetitive now. You can keep going. And now they will be ready to go to the laser. That's the next video. We'll get these things out and get them into the laser.